All right. Good morning, Miss Lee. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Miss Bush?
I'm fine.
That's
So
good.
today, we're going to discuss your feedback from my observation of your practice on Wednesday of this week.
Okay.
So, we're following the See It, Name It, Do It protocol from Leverage Leadership. So I have a script that we'll follow, and then I'll get specific in terms of providing you with feedback. Okay.
Okay.
So, to narrow our focus today, I want to dive into a specific part of your lesson to discuss with you. So, what were the key criteria for your success for your students' lesson last week?
Well, last week I had the students to they had to analyze how characters developed over the course of the text on the different changes that a character goes through.
Okay.
And we would annotate the text in order for them to find that and be able to write an effective, objective summary.
Okay. Ideally, what did you want to hear and see when students were working on this summary?
I wanted to see their annotations
Okay.
to make sure that they were annotating the text correctly with the rubric that I had given them, and also I wanted to hear their discussions about the character that we were focusing on in the text. I wanted to hear how did they analyze and did they see key points where she changed throughout the text
Okay.
from beginning to the end.
Okay. What did the students have to do to meet the goal?
Students had to follow the how to annotate guide to underline specific emotional and actions that the character took. They had to also question the text, discuss, talk to the text. I like to say, make a comment about things that they annotated, and question what they annotated as well.
Okay. So one of the things that I noticed with students were annotating the text. I just don't. I'm not sure if all students were clear on what they were annotating. So my feedback today for you would be to would be phase three of rigor. And the action step that I chose was teach students to annotate with purpose. Even though the students were annotating, I don't think that they were annotating with purpose. Students don't annotate text when reading and making it difficult for them to go back and cite the best evidence. So I thought there were opportunities during the lesson when students were annotating that you could have jumped in and maybe provided students with some more guidance so they could have been more purposeful in their annotation.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions about that particular portion of the lesson. What is the purpose of annotating text?
To to increase students' understanding and to get a deeper meaning of what the text is saying, to get a deeper understanding and to really break it down, to take a closer look at the text for meaning.
Okay. Based on your prompt or task, what would be the best focus for students in their annotation? I'll read that again. Based on your prompt or task, what would be the best focus for the annotation?
Focus on character. Focus on the character for this specific lesson. Focus on the character's actions and feelings that they see displayed in the text and have certain symbols for each.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm going to give you some scenarios to practice that I think that would help you.
Okay.
I'm going to suggest that you review the text with students. The next text that the students will be reading is that you review the text with students. That you review the text for the upcoming week. Create an exemplar annotation yourself. What are the key pieces of evidence that you would like them to highlight? In other words, whatever the next text is, read it, annotate it yourself, internalize the text, internalize those key areas that you know that students should be annotating. So when you introduce the lesson to students, and you move around the classroom and you're checking for understanding during your CFUs, you can really look and see where students are, and you may be able to walk by and point at a specific area that students may need to analyze. It was evidence that you knew the text, but I think that if you read and annotate it yourself, you'll be able to see, because you had some good groups and there were some really good conversations going on with the text. I think that'll really push students in the direction that we want them to go. But I really enjoyed your lesson. I really enjoyed the way that you moved through the lesson and the way the lesson flowed. But in thinking about giving you some bite-sized feedback that I think that will make you more successful is when we think about annotation, making sure the students annotate with a purpose. Do you have any questions?
No, no questions.
Thank you.